we should be able to pop this out. Or not. Let's start by getting this hunting blind deployed, set up here. We do get it out of the bag, obviously, and unstrap it there. And first things first, we're going to look for the center of the top on this thing. And here it is right here. Now, the key to a pop-up hunting line is not being easy with it and really yank on these straps to get everything to pop out. Here we go. Almost, and there it is, the top's up. So I'm going to find my sides. This over here is the front. That's about where I want it. And we're going to do the same thing. Find that strap and pop that dude out. And we just go around. Same thing for all four sides. Pretty much that easy. That's why these things are so popular. And one more. Boom. There we go. Let's take a quick look at this. You can see right away, you can't see on the inside at all, which is awesome. The door on this, it's got a magnet in it. So really kind of neat that it clicks in with that magnet. Really like that. If we go inside though, there is a stool that this particular one comes with, a little tripod stool. And you can see we can clearly see outside this thing. No problems, right? And then the other thing that's cool is the front window here. We take a look. It has toggles that you can unhook to let that flap down. And what's cool about that is these toggles are really quiet to take those on and off. And when you're out in the woods and you're hunting, being quiet obviously is important. Now, you also have these gaps over here on the sides as well. And you can slide these up and down, you know, if you need to see through, get access to the sides, or you've got a little bit of play with the fabric or material, whatever you want to call it, there on the sides as well. All right, let's get off in this thing with a rifle. See how she does. I ran into a really interesting problem. That little tripod stool, been a lot of rain around here lately, and when I sit down on it, it just pushes into the ground. So I'm gonna have to stand up for this, but plenty of room in this blind, at least for this lever action rifle. So not a problem. Being able to have range of motion out that front window, definitely not a problem. If you're curious what it looks like from the outside looking in, or trying to look in, I should say. Again, we can move this side down just a little bit. And you can go through this with the lever action here. So not a lot that you're going to be able to see that way. And now time to check things out with a shotgun. Now in some parts of the country, folks have to use, you know, smooth bores, shotguns for their deer hunting. But, you know, this blind, it could work well for turkey hunting too. So this particular shotgun, plenty of room in here for this shotgun to work. And again, range of motion out that front window, not a problem. For the shotgun, we come out with it. And actually with the shotgun having that red dot, I can actually see through this really well and put the actual red dot on the target. So I don't have to worry about my rear sight being behind this and my front sight being in front of it like I do on that lever action. And finally, I know what you're thinking. How well does this work with a bow, with some archery? Where we do run into a problem could be with the bow. Now, I'm not a big fan of crossbows, don't have one to test out here, but with a bow, I mean, unless you're back in the center of this thing, and I think I would have enough room to draw. I don't think that would be a huge problem, but if you get very close to the front or whichever wall that you're shooting out of, that cam, and I've got a pretty short axle to axle bow here, that top cam definitely is going to catch the top of this pop-up blind. So it might not be the best blind for a for an archer. And then with the bow here, will it work? Could work with the bow, but you're gonna have to be really careful. Again, with your bow, you're gonna have to make sure this is opened up enough that your arrow does not rub it as it goes through. But assuming that your cams are not dragging on this blind, I think that it could potentially work with archery this way, or at least just as good as I think it does out the front. Based on what you've seen here, be sure to jump down in those comments below. Let me know what you think of this hunting blind. But as far as rifles go, I think we're good. As far as that restricted state hunting and turkeys go with shotgun, yeah, I think we're good. And really the only thing I think is questionable about this blind is going to be using it for the archery, for the bow hunting.